Brian, can you hear us? Can you hear Alex? Can you hear that? Yes? Can you hear this one? Should we look at each other or should we look at you? Okay.
Camera.
Okay. Okay. We're live on the bow of the Arctic schooner Bowdoin as she's about to depart for her 2024 voyage. And I'm standing with Captain Alex Peacock. Thank you for giving us a little bit of time before you take off. Alex, how much time have the students put into this preparation?
Yeah, about 2 months now, and it's gone by very quickly. But yeah.
And what did that preparation look like for them on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, so pretty much they started and we hauled the boat out, and every morning was spent commuting on a smaller boat over to Front Street Shipyard. So that was their first kind of introduction to routine aboard the boat. Yeah.
And they were painting.
They were painting. They were spreading pine tar. They were doing everything, rigging, all of it, every bit.
And how many of the students have sailing experience?
About, I'd say 50% of them have sailing experience and have sailed aboard Bowdoin, but nothing more than a few days.
Okay.
Yeah.
And can you tell us a little bit about the provisioning?
Yeah. We are maxed out. We are full of food. There's cans and dry goods in every nook and cranny. We try to provision for 2 solid weeks, and then have, of course, emergency provisions on top of that. There's coolers on deck full. There's, and then there's all the snacks and tea and coffee and all that. There's a lot.
And were people able to make meal requests? No.
They try, but our cook, she does very well, but it's no requests.
No requests. No requests.
At a point.
Yeah.
A point.
So tonight, where will you hope to reach by sundown?
Yeah. Be out of sight of land, so we'll be. Let's see. This breeze is supposed to hold, but it is going to go light. A little bit of a remaining sea out there, so it'll slow us down a little bit. But it'll be a nice, comfortable first day to get everybody oriented and, put 100 miles under us. And yeah.
Excellent. 1 or 2 more questions.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us about watch rotations?
Yeah, so we try to keep it pretty simple. We don't do what you would call a dogged watch or anything, that meaning everybody stands. You're never standing the same watch. So we do 4 on, 8 off, 3 4-person watches, essentially 1-5. Engineer does not stand a watch. Engineer just makes sure the generator and systems are good. Mm-hmm. But we do pull somebody out of that watch rotation daily to help in the galley. Assist the cook. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And then last thing, if you can tell us about some of the scientific experiments that are going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Well, you have to ask them. We got 4 ocean studies students that are on top of it, and our department has come down and trained them to use the CTD and capture the data on the computer. So we're just going to go out there, and we'll have to stop and deploy it, but we have about 1,000 feet of line that we can lower this thing down and capture different water columns. And then we're going to bring it back and work with Bowdoin College and their archives to see if we can find some, common places and data that McMillan was capturing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. One last thought.
Yeah.
Give me 3 words going through your mind right now.
Time to go. No more stuff on board. Nothing left to do but leave.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck.
Thank you. Have your volume off. I have it.
Okay. Was that,
Great.
do I have a future in business? So this is the live stream for okay. Tell us your name, your major. What are you doing at Maine Maritime right now?
So my name is Jorge Morales Lopez, and I'm a graduate student in the Master Commander program. So my major is International Business Logistics with a concentration in vessel operations.
Excellent, excellent. So Why is this trip important to you?
Yeah, so the Arctic is becoming sort of a hotspot for vessel transportation. It's warming up faster than other parts of the globe, and particularly because it's covered by ice the majority of the time. But water has a capacity to hold more heat energy. So as we lose ice, the water tends to warm up quicker and then hold that heat longer. So I believe I read that in about 50 years, the Arctic may be ice-free. So that opens opportunities for ships to travel through the Arctic, shortening lengths of routes. Instead of traveling through the Panama Canal or other routes, they'll be able to travel through the Arctic. So that's where my interest lies.
Fascinating. So that's the intersection of the academic work that you're doing at MMA and a trip like this?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much sailing have you done prior to this voyage today?
Yeah. At the school at Boothbay Harbor and on cruise ships. So this is my real first time being out at sea with the training that I received at the academy. I'm an Air Force guy, so being out on the water is sort of unnatural for me. But the academy has really set us up for success with the nautical science, seamanship courses, and then ocean survival classes that we take. So everyone here on the ship has a baseline of courses that we share in common, even though everyone here has a different major.
Yeah. And that, to me, is really what makes this program unique for the academy.
Yeah.
It's seemingly the only time when you see an intersection of all of the academic disciplines coming together on one hands-on program.
Yeah, so there's a common core
Yeah.
here. We have engineering students, we have ocean studies students, myself as a graduate student, but we all have a common core of classes that we share and a common knowledge that's going to set us up for success on this voyage.
Excellent. That's it. You're awesome. We are live streaming right there with Brian. Say hi to everybody who's watching.
Hey guys.
Okay, Lucas, tell me your name, where you're from, and what is your academic work at Maine Maritime?
Okay. My name's Lucas. Lucas Strappo.
You might hold.
Sorry. From Rumford, Maine, and at Maine Maritime, I'm in the power program, power engineering technology, which is like power generation, power plants, turbines, how that all works,
Excellent. And what year are you?
I guess I'll be going into my sophomore year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And tell me how the academic work that you're doing at MMA feeds into a trip like this.
Well, we a lot of the systems on the ship. It's a lot of hands-on work, a lot of practical stuff that I guess I just haven't gotten into with any co-ops yet. And there's various systems on the ship in which it kind of correlates the power plant of the ship. Being the Cummins engine on here, getting to work on that. And
sure. So you'll spend a lot of
that
time with the engineer Tom.
Oh yeah. It's Gamble, Ryan Gamble, and Connor, and then I, and we kind of make up like part of the engineering department. Of course, it's the professional crew and then the students, but we kind of subdivide it into, like, we have some scientists who are doing the stuff, with the seawater,
taking samples,
taking samples, and
and I hear that they're going to be comparing that with Bowdoin College's archives, which is very cool.
Oh yeah, pretty cool stuff.
Excellent.
stuff.
Excellent. How much time have you spent on the water before today?
I'm pretty green. I'm pretty green as far as it goes, but most of us are. But we have some experienced crew to kind of guide us along. This is a training cruise, and it's trial by fire. That's what they call it. It's kind of it's learning as we go. It's really enjoyable.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we can't wait to follow your progress, and we'll ask you when you return what you learned.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
I have your volume off.
Will you give us your name and your major and what year you are at Maine Maritime?
Yeah, my name is Mackenzie Morin. I'm a rising senior in the Coastal and Marine Environmental Science and Small Vessel Operations major.
Excellent. And where are you from, Mackenzie?
I'm from Bangor, Maine.
Oh, close to home.
Yeah.
So, Mackenzie, how much sailing have you done prior to this trip?
Prior to this trip, just the past 3 years here at Maine Maritime Academy. I had no sailing experience before that.
Excellent, excellent. But clearly you're passionate enough about the program to want to spend 6 weeks headed to the Arctic.
Yeah, it's a long time coming. I was part of the proposal team that we wrote proposals and got it approved for this trip. And so I'm the only person that's left part of that committee, that everyone else has graduated. So it's really exciting to be a part of this.
And tell us what that proposal process looked like. Was that to the administration?
Yeah, so we had a lot of meetings with the waterfront, especially Dana Willis, just going over the logistics and kind of planning out the proposal. And then from there, we had to go and meet with, get majority vote from like faculty and staff and administration and just go through that whole process. And then from there, it was just kind of a waiting game until they were like, yeah, this is good, we'll approve of this. And it's kind of funny because we didn't know it got approved until I went on the website one day and I saw it. And it said like, Arctic Voyage every 3 years for the next 10 years. And I was like, I sent a screenshot. I was like, "Oh my gosh, guys, it's been approved.
We're going.
We're going."
And
it was a big celebration, and it was really cool. So it's really nice to be here and be a part of this stuff.
Well, that's a great story. Tell us a little bit about your marine biology work and what this trip is going to mean for that study.
Yeah, so we're actually going to be conducting, we're collecting data on our voyage. We have some permits from Denmark or for Greenland, and we have all of the United States and open ocean that we can collect data from. And so we're going to be doing CTD data collection, which is conductivity, temperature, and depth. And we have a sensor that we send down and it'll collect all of that. And then we also are going to be taking water samples for eDNA to kind of figure out what kind of animals are living in the waters around where we're going. And then ideally, if we can get data in specific locations, we can compare that data to Macmillan's data.
Oh, very
which would
cool.
be really cool.
Very cool. And so how much support do you have from your majors and the professors who are at home hopefully watching?
We have so much support. Professor Whitaker has been really, really helpful with getting all the proposals and like sending all of the information over to Canada and Denmark and trying to get the get permits and everything to collect the data. She helped us get all of the equipment running, and she was even here on a Sunday on her own, her own time, and helping us go through and make sure everything worked and it was set up. So she's been really, really helpful, and everyone's super excited that we're able to do this.
Excellent. And who is here to see you off? I've been noticing hugs in the...
My parents are here, and my grandmother, and then my Mimi and Grumpy are here as well, and my brother.
Fabulous. Okay. What's your last thought as we leave?
I'm just super excited, and I can't wait for this adventure. It's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Well, that it is. All right. You ready?
I'm ready. Thank you.
Thank you.
Michael, can't hear the snowshoe, yeah.
Oh, no, there you go. You've got sound?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I'm doing what no one should ever do and standing very close to the lines here. So we are now joined by the incredibly famous Captain Andy Chase, who is a storied former master of the Bowdoin. Captain Chase, can you tell us about being back here today and how it makes you feel?
This is hugely exciting. I'm all choked up all of a sudden. No, it's really nice to see this. It's been a long time coming, as everybody knows. We've been trying to make this happen for 3 or 4 years now. There was a pandemic that got in the way, but we've got the right captain, we've got the right crew. The boat is in the best shape it's ever been. Thanks to MMA, thanks to the various captains, thanks to the Bristol Harbor shipyard over there that did all the work. Lyman Morse did half of the work. It's just incredibly thrilling to see it all finally come together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Years
Years
in the
and
making.
years. Yep.
Tell us the first year that you took her
Yeah.
north.
So I started when I was a brand new faculty member when the boat arrived, and was part of that process. It was not the sole piece in that at all, but I was the one on campus that had this sailing experience of this sort of vessel. So I was lucky. I was a faculty member, but I got to drive it. And I had proposed to our president, Ken Curtis, at the time, that maybe we just try and take her a little further north every year and see where that led. And the first year we took her to Halifax, and that was just so successful and so wonderful that my mate at the time was Elliot Rappaport, and he and I mapped out a trip to Labrador and said, we could do that. We could get her back to Labrador again. And Ken Curtis just said, yeah, go for it. And so we did. And on the way back from that trip, we started looking at charts and said, wow, I think we could get her back across the Arctic Circle again up in Greenland. And Ken Curtis just said, yeah, sure, you should do it.
Incredible.
Yeah. So we did. And
What do you have here?
this was just presented to me by the niece of a man named Hal Whitehouse. She believes these were on the first voyage of the Bowdoin in 1921.
Wow.
They would have wintered over in northern Greenland, well north of where we have all been and where she's going this year. And I just think that's a remarkable, I kind of think they ought to go up with the boat.
I think they should.
Because it's snowing up there right now.
And what that's very cool.
So, yeah.
They're beautiful.
Yeah.
And in very good shape for
right.
being
They could be
a
used.
century.
Yeah, they could be worn right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts for Captain Peacock? Have you had any conversations?
We have many. He is in exactly the right place for this job right now. He is excited. He's got plenty of experience under his belt. Last year's trip to Labrador was supposed to be just kind of a shakedown trip for him, but he ended up in the ice in Labrador, so he's got more experience than I did when I went up. He's got the right temperament. He's put the boat into perfect condition, and he's managed to put together a phenomenally experienced and very comfortable crew. They're all good friends. They've all worked together before, so they're set up for a really exceptional voyage, I think.
Excellent.
He said the students are all really, really excited and into it and have been working hard. So I think they're set up for success.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, any parting thoughts?
Bon voyage. It's just going to be fun to watch. I'll be tracking them like a stalker.
Yeah, we all will. We
Yeah.
all will.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for
Yeah.
spending time with us.
Thank you.
Take
All
care.
right, bye.
see you, Cap. Nice to see you.
Town, right? Yeah.
See it when you can.
So last time we sailed with you, you said you were going to school. You're working in waterfront? Yeah, that's nice. You're gonna miss this one though. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Got the Facebook all wound up, ready to go.
Yeah. It's always fun to think happen in the
I go back 40 plus years back and see it. Not only enjoy what it's doing, but catalog the way it's 5, 10, 40 years. Sitting at one of those tables, talking to a bunch of 20-year-olds going,
Yeah, I might ask you to send me a picture if you don't mind. Wow, it's not that big.
enjoy it. This will be.
Well, it's all melted, so it's like being here in Boothbay. Huh. Oh, I know someone down there. It looks like we can go down there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me over 20 years.
that's the public.
How do you get down there?
I don't know.
Go back to that. Great to be from. Good place to be from. I still believe that.
There it is. My Kira's new puppy. Reese's. Yes, Reese's. Like the candy. Because she said she looks like a peanut butter cup. So it's Reese's. Right, Reese's? Reese's. She was born April 1st. So she's an April Fool's gal. I think she's just nervous. She's not. see how big an inflatable is, make sure see how comfortable I am.
It's 41 feet.
Oh, okay. I can manage that.
It's over here, Nancy. Yeah, on the other side of Falls Boat.